Well, hello, lovely stitchers. So I've changed direction of the piece because I'm going to work over here, and I thought it's easier. It'll be easier than I'm not stretching over. So I'm going to do something called a buttonhole bar. Well, that's what I call it. I did mean to have a little look to see if it got a different name in a different in another book, but I don't know why I forgot. So this will add interest, and you can do as many of these or as little as these as you want. Oh gosh, like I say, I've got quite a bit going on the back now, so just try and not pull things through. Hold on, my scissors, bits and bobs. So I'm going to come over the top of here. Let me just move that thread out of the way so I don't knock that off. And I'm making a big stitch, and then I'm going to come up at the side of it. Make another. Back down. So I've got 2 long stitches. Then I'm going to come up again at one end. Obviously, whichever way around you do this, if you're left or right-handed, which way you work, left or right. I know I've got a friend who's left-handed but she works right-handed, and I've got a friend who's right-handed but works left-handed, because whoever taught them were opposite to what they were. Excuse me, just having a sip of tea. Right, let me I'm going to stand up so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so I'm just going to show you. So I go in with my back of my needle, round the back, keep your thread round the back. Oh god, I don't know what to do where it's told, and pull up. And just keep going. Hence buttonhole or blanket bar. That's what it was, blanket bar, buttonhole bar. Because you're just sort of doing a blanket stitch over the top of a bar of thread. That's the name of the stitch. You just keep on going. And these will twist round. Can you see it's starting to twist? And you can try and keep it straight, but I don't mind them twisting because it looked, like I say, it adds a bit of interest. And I've swapped colour scheme, well, not colour scheme, I've just having a little wander through my threads and come across this one and thought, oh, that picks up that. So don't be afraid to add in a pop of colour. I'll be honest, this is not really the colours I would go with. Usually, probably not. But I bought a lot of this thread, these threads from the Harrogate show, Knitting and Stitching show. And if you watch my video on that, you see I went down a bit of a rabbit hole with that colour thread. I'm sort of coming to the end of this little design, this little project. So I was thinking, what would be nice? What would I do next? What's my thoughts? And it's obviously coming to the end of January, February. And this year, February is a leap year, so you get an extra day. So I'm just going to go down there. Oops, nearly knocked my tea off. And you see it's like twisted round. So yeah, I thought, oh, February, it's leap year, and I don't know how or what you sort of subscribe to in your part of the world. Here comes Gertrude. But for some reason, ladies are allowed to, are given the baton, if you like, to be able to propose on a leap year. I know, it's very archaic. I thought, oh, it's all about lovers, isn't it, February? It always tends to be. So I'm going to have a little think and see what I can come up with on that front. I don't know. Might not. Might not. We'll see. Right, I'm going to have to find a spot for my tea so Gertrude doesn't knock it off. So I'm going to add another couple. So you can do these as, again, big, small, whatever size. I like them to span over things. I just think they look cool. Hello, Gertrude. I'm obviously going to come back this way now. Come the opposite way up. I've made my thread a little bit bigger. I don't mean a bit bigger, I mean a bit wider. I'm just going to come up. Try not to come up. Hello. Hello. I can't sew one-handed, Gertrude. I know you're going to make me, aren't you? You're going to make me. Okay, just get me. Just pull that in a bit. Okay. Hello. I don't know whether you guys can see her, whether she's in shot or not, or just a little bit. So I'm coming back the other way in case you're lefty, righty. So literally I'm just coming up through, underneath, thread round the back. Hello, Gert. Hello, Gerties. Hello, little Gertrude. Hello, darling. I have to take these moments as I can because she is such a little princess, aren't you? Yeah, it's sort of strokes on her terms all the while. Although I did laugh this morning, I was on the... I know. I was sitting and she wanted to come and have a little... Oh, doors out. All right, okay. Wanted to have a little stroke, and then Reggie... Don't put your claws in there. Okay. Reggie also, because he's Granny's spoilt little boy... Reggie's the dog, by the way, if you're new to this channel. He's a little border terrier crossed with a toy poodle. And anyway, he also wanted strokes, but oh my goodness me, they fall out, obviously, like cat and dog. They keep on falling out. She is not going to have anything to do with him as long as it's up to her. And he just wants to be friends. He really just wants to be a friend. And he sort of gets down on his tummy and crawls along the floor like a sniper. We call him a sniper dog when he does that. And tries to get as close as he possibly can to her. But she lets him get within striking distance and then bashes him. He's actually downstairs looking through. He's sitting. I've got a window seat in the bay window, in the downstairs room, and he likes to watch the world go by. That's his little throne. But his daddy is, as I say, is converting a van into a camper. But they are doing the brakes at this moment, so he's not allowed out because the fence is down. And even though he sort of put a temporary fix up, he still managed to go through it and have a little wander next door in next door's garden. Right, I'm gonna just come down, finish that off. So he's sitting sulking basically on in his little perch, looking at what's going on in the world. I'm going to just come up there. This thread's twisting. Just get rid. I love these threads. These are SCHEEPJES Maxi Sweet Treat, and they're a cotton crochet yarn thread, and they are around about the same, roughly the same size as I'd say about an 8 PEARLE cotton, and they do virtually the same thing, only this for about £1.50 you get this huge amount, but for the cotton PEARLE you get a little tiny amount for about £4 or £5. So you know how we like to have a bargain. I'm sure you can get it in other countries as well. It's something that I'm looking into sort of popping in my shop when the website is up and running, but I'm not entirely sure as yet. But we'll see. We'll see what I can do. I've started working right to left, haven't I? Left-handed. It's because, to be honest, being a teacher, I have many children in my class were lefties, so just learned to do things both ways. Had to, really. Threading things and hence why I do things sometimes working the opposite way to what I ought to be. Well, not ought to be, what my right-handed person would. Can you see they're starting to look like little Loch Ness Monster? They look cool when you do them in variegated thread as well. I'm just going to get some tweezers. No, I'm not. I thought I had tweezers. I've got a hair. We've got one of Gertrude's hairs. You probably can't see it, but I can. I have to get the lint roller out every time she comes up. I did have a rule of we're not having the dog or the cat in the room while I'm trying to film or at any point, but that soon went out the window, because what happens is they scratch at the door or they're barking to come in, or you know, just wanting attention, so it just went out the window basically. And oh, Reggie's now crying at the top of the stairs because Gertrude's the gatekeeper of the stairs and won't let him up. I feel like I'm always talking about the cat and the dog. Probably because that's all that happens in my small little world, really. Can you see how they've started to twist on themselves? They look like those helix. But you can keep them flat, but I like them because that adds texture. I'll add some of these in throughout. I don't know where. I haven't looked. I'll probably put some over here. But I'm not going to, I won't do that until I take it off the frame, off the clamps, because I need to sort of, I need to get into that zone of being able to turn it round and looking at where I want to add extra bits and that kind of thing. So, yeah, I know when I keep saying I'm going to add in, I think I mustn't have tied my knot tight enough here. But not to worry. Not to worry. Oh dear. But what, you know what I do when I've got a really little, I can feel that I've got a really short thread there. I've obviously chopped it or done something while I've been, because I can't see what I'm doing on the back. I didn't look. I'll dab a little bit of this fabric glue on. I know, it's a cheat, I know. But it stops it from, I'll just dab it on the end of the thread to stop it coming through. Try not to get it on the fabric because it'll seep it through. So, right. Anyway, that's a different story altogether. I'm going to add a few more of these in up here and then I will come back at some point with the next stitch along. So, have a lovely rest of the day and happy stitching. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you're new, oh please do subscribe. Okay, bye bye.